Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field. This is the second game that we're doing. It's the 65th anniversary of the start of the Harry Agganis Foundation. The All-Star Game has been going on forever. Started with football, branched out to where it now includes baseball, softball, basketball, soccer, lacrosse. And in all the years I've been doing this, and it's just maybe a little over 40, because I am old, you heard me say quite often, I don't say anymore, I'm surprised at what I see, because, and I say, never saw that before, and I'm going to do it again now, because I've never seen this before. We're starting this All-Star Game without umpires. Umpires are not here. I mentioned October 1956 is when the committee got together and decided to honor the legend and the outstanding athlete, City of Lynn. Most people know baseball and football. Harry also played basketball, and was a tremendous family man. Loved his mother. Didn't sign for football because he didn't want to go that far away from his mother. Nathaniel Almendarez, Lincoln Classical, is the hitter. I guess the catcher is calling balls and strikes. One-on-one, so it is the catcher calling balls and strikes. Good curveball for a strike. That one bounces for a ball. Hit into right field. It's going to be a base hit. So Almendarez gets it going with a hit. Thomas Beauregard of Salem will be the hitter. Christian Lesher of Fenwick is the pitcher. Kevin Canty is from Wakefield as a coach of the South. Dan Graham's of Andover, the North. And how unique is this? No umpires. Down the way for a ball. South is looking for a sweep. They won the softball game 4-3. Hit sharply to second. They get one outstanding turn. That might have been Tiberio Andover with the great turn in the middle. I don't know their names. I know their names, and their numbers, but their turn, I don't know what positions they're playing. So the hit doesn't hurt. It's wiped out on the base pass. Lucas Fritz from St. Mary's is the hitter. Right back to the mound. Lesh, that high frame, able to handle it. So even with the hit, it's a 1-2-3 inning. Amadeus will be on the mound in the first inning for the South. We mentioned 65th anniversary. 1,049 scholarships have been given out, and they're 4-year deals. You stay in school, you get help along the way all 4 years, which is a huge plus, as all fans will certainly know, especially if your kids are in college or have been in college or are going to college. Over $2,200,000 given out by this foundation. They got a great committee. Tom Arabino, a good friend of mine, former teammate in softball. Used to be the secretary, retired from the Lynn School Committee. Is the chairman. Members include Pamela Angelakis, David Angelamo, who's now associate head of school at St. Mary's, was at Salem, was a great athlete at Salem. Dan Bauer, the principal of Marblehead High. Dr. Nate Bryant, interim president, North Shore Community College, outstanding referee, athlete from Salem State originally, now at North Shore. Robert Cleary, the principal of Linfield High. Billy Devon, the athletic director of Lynn Classical. Avery Ezdali, athletic director of Boston Public Schools. Herbert Levine, superintendent, retired from Peabody Schools. And Richard Dick Newton, the athletic director of Lynn English.
From the North, from Peabody, number 26, Juan Tolentino.
And the North doesn't do us any favors. The South is batting in numerical order. And guess what? The North is not. In for a strike. To catch a note with his right hand. This is Juan Tolentino from Peabody. Hit sharply into left field for a base hit. So they don't do us any favors not betting in numerical order. I got to talk to Paul Harron and say, in future years it's going to be mandatory. You have to bet in numerical order.
Number 6, Ryan Knight.
Ryan Knight of Peabody. So Peabody bats 1-2. Both these guys will be right back here tomorrow night. They steal second. Peabody will be playing Lynn English here tomorrow in the state tournament. After they just defeated Lynn Classical. So they'll be looking for a sweep against the Lynn teams in the state tournament. Up and away for a ball. In for a strike. Anthony Tiberio from Andover is on deck. Missing for a ball. I don't know what happened to the umpires, but they're not here. And it's a tough day. It's Father's Day. And by the way, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Solid shot to right center field. Going over and making the play. I want to guess and say that might be Luciano in center field. He's an outstanding outfielder. Covers an awful lot of ground. He just covered an awful lot of ground right there.
Number 25, Anthony Tiberio.
I mentioned Anthony Tiberio from Andover. So North looking to get a jump. They got a runner at third with one out here in the bottom of the first. Way up and in. That's certainly going to be far enough to get a run in. So Tolentino comes in with the first run.
Now batting,
The base hit,
number 19.
stolen base, fly ball, and then a fly ball. High for a ball. This is Nelson Sherman for Andover. So Peabody was the first two, Andover was the next two. And it'll be Andover on deck. Down and away for a ball. And that one hits him right in the middle of the 19. Not the way you'd like to get on base, but you'll take it.
Now batting, from Andover, number 17, Tanner O'Sullivan.
Tanner O'Sullivan. And we're going to get a pinch runner at first.
Pitch running from Andover, number 29, Ryan Greco.
Michigan side for a ball. Almadeer is finishing up a good career at Classical. The runner going, and they went the other way. The shortstop went to cover second base on the steal with the left-hand hitter up. And O'Sullivan lines a shot into left field. And with the runner going,
Number 9, Sean Moynihan.
the pinch runner, Ryan Greco, easily gets to third base. So first and third with two outs. The runner goes. And they throw him out. Nice throw, nice tag. So the side is retired. We played an inning here at Frazier Field, and this again is classic. North jumps out to a 1-0 lead. Nico Galizzi leads off against Anthony Tiberio from Andover, who will pitch the second inning for the North. I'm sure the catchers, when they left the house today, the last thing they thought of would be they would be calling balls and strikes behind home plate. Popped way up in the air. Nice job. I think that's Nick White from Newburyport. I think I read the number correctly.
Now batting from Swampscott, number 6, Aiden Gracial.
Aiden Gracial. His father is the athletic director at Lynn Tech. And I asked him, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I thought it was Graciali or Gracial. In for a strike. He's played extremely well for Swampscott. I think in a couple of sports. So I think Adolf, the father, I believe, and I hope I'm correct, I apologize if I'm not, I thought he said Graciel. Hit, huge hop for the second baseman. You like those. When you're playing second base, you say, I'd love to get those all day long. 2 up, 2 down for Danny Hurley from Wakefield.
Now batting for Wakefield, number 7, Danny Hurley.
Way inside for a ball. Now I wonder if the catchers are going to split the money that would be paid for the umpires. This catcher is not using their right arm like the other catcher did. That's a strike. Swing and a miss. Jammed him, he swung right through it. Hit foul to the screen behind home plate. Foul to the backstop. And that's ball 4. Mike Iannuzzi of Wakefield.
Now batting for Wakefield, number 8, Mike Iannuzzi.
It's Iannuzzi. Hit foul back. We started the day with the clouds, big puffy white clouds way over the outfield fence, out beyond Manning Field. Now they've settled right over the ballpark. Big puffy white clouds with big patches of blue skies. A beautiful day. A little on the warm side, but there's a little bit of a breeze if you're in the shade. It's not that sweltering 90 that we had a while ago, but comfortable for everybody. He had a duck out of the way of that one. That was a little bit inside. Almost hit him in the head. If he wanted to hit that, he'd have to turn around and be a left-handed hitter. That's hit a mile up in the air. Second baseman makes the play. His second play in the inning. So the walk doesn't hurt. Almendarez will start his second inning of work. So he's back out on the mound. North got that run in the first inning. and they've grabbed a 1-0 lead. We mentioned South won the softball game, so they're trying to split. Quickly, we'll mention the locals. Mary Collins from Lynn Classical. Shakib Idris from Lynn English. Kathleen Mannion from Lynn Classical. Jessica Page from Lynn Classical. Brooke Warren from Lynn Classical will be helped out by the scholarships given out by Agganis. Shakir Idris' scholarship is the Patrick McManus scholarship. The Hockey Foundation is still involved, giving out scholarships. Young man from Boston Latin.
Leading up for the North from Masconomet, number 9,
A
Sean
young lady
Friday.
from Masconomet, Ellen Linso, will be going up St. Anselm's. That was way up and in. He doesn't want to take his base. He wants to hit. Who is this? He's still going to hit? Up and away. So this is different. Something I've never seen before either. Sean Moynihan got hit by a pitch and they got a runner for him, and Sean Moynihan is still hitting. I don't know how you put this in the scorebook. Hit foul, the runner was on the move and has to go back. And that went up in the stands, bounced out, and hit one of the North players on the back of the head. Very gingerly, I might add. Didn't get hurt. And it popped back out in the field. They weren't looking because it went up in the stands. It bounced back and got him in the back of the neck, I guess. So I've never seen this before. This is Sean Moynihan from Masco, and he strikes out.
Now batting for Bishop Fenwick, number 4, Scott Emerson.
Scott Emerson from Fenwick. Hit the second. They get one, they won't get two. Boy, Emerson got down the line very quickly.
Now batting from Newburyport, number 3, Jake Tempo.
So again, every time I think I've seen it all, something else happens. Like today. We just saw Sean Moynihan get hit by a pitch. He didn't want to go to first base. But the coach, Dan Graham, sent a runner to first. Base hit to left. They send the runner to throw to the plate, and he's out. Great throw, great tag. It would have been tough to have the runner score because they should have been out of the inning. You can't have a strikeout and so that was Jake Bontempo who got the base hit, thought he had an RBI.
Fans, the Agganis Foundation appreciates the cooperation of Eric January and the North Shore Navigators in staging today's game. Thank you for attending. Also, the North Shore Navigators are hosting a home game on Thursday for the NECBL against the Winnipesaukee Muskrats. First pitch is at 6:35.
So they don't score.
There.
And I wish I could tell you who the participants were because the left fielder, they make changes, they put people in and out. They don't announce who's where, doing what. Left fielder made a tremendous throw. I'm sorry we didn't get his number. And the catcher made a great tag. So they cut the runner down at the plate. North doesn't score. We finished 2. It's still North 1, South nothing. Bobby Jellison, very good basketball player too, from Salem, leading it off. High and tight for a ball. Again, like I said, they've been doing this for a very long time, and they stopped saying, I've seen it all, because every time I did that, something else happened. Like today. Guy getting hit by a pitch, but not going, but striking out, but the runner for him was at first base. That would have been a tough run to score. And now, of course, the catcher doing double duty, having to handle the pitching, but also having to handle the balls and strikes. No umpires. Lined in a right center field. That's going to be a base hit. That's in the gap. In with a stand-up double is Bobby Jellison. Andrew Luciano.
Now batting from St. Mary's, number 10, Andrew Luciano.
He'll be back here tomorrow night. St. Mary's plays in the state tournament here tomorrow night. They're the defending Division II state champions. They couldn't defend it last year because they didn't play. They'll do it this year. Those poor seniors from last year didn't get to defend their championship. High and tight for a ball. High for a ball. In for a strike. Now I wonder if there's an argument. Can the catcher throw the player out of the game? Seeing as how the catcher is the umpire too. Hit solidly the shot right on the nose, right at the shortstop. Very nice play. Good strong throw by the shortstop. Luciano hit it right on the nose and grounded out.
Now batting from St. Mary's, number 11, Terrence Moynihan.
And he gets hit right on the head, and he doesn't want to go to first base either, but they're not going to put a runner in for him. But they're going to put a runner on for him. I do not understand. Terrence Moynihan has done it all for St. Mary's. Chopped high, bounces foul. That would have been a base hit. Terrence has played multi-positions, third, short, second, left field. He's pitched quite a bit. And also, he's got some very big hits for St. Mary's. And like I said with Andrew Luciano, Terrence will be back here tomorrow night with St. Mary's. Wide for a ball. Ethan Doyle is running at first base. That pitch hit right on the helmet of Moynihan. So we've had gifts given back and forth. Both teams have hit a batter. Both teams stayed in the batter's box, and both teams put a runner in for him. Like I said, I don't know how you score this. Popped up. Shortstop, just shy of the outfield grass, will make the play.
Now batting for Winchester, number 12, Jaden O'Connor.
Jaden O'Connor from Winchester will be the hitter. It's a sliced foul off to the right side up in the seats. They drew the throw. Good job. Doyle, the runner at second, got way off the bag. He drew the throw to second, and he steals third. Excuse me, Bobby Jellison, the runner at second. He steals third. Right back to the pitcher. Tiberio takes care of the third out. So in both cases, they put the runner on to run for the hit batsman. In both cases, it didn't mean anything. Jellison had that double, stole third, but winds up at third. We'll move into the bottom half of the third with North holding on to that 1-0 lead. Nate Stern of Swampscott will be the new pitcher. We mentioned Dan Grams of Andover, the coach of the North, and Kevin Canty from Wakefield, the coach of the South. They spread it around to give people chances. Michael Vitozzi of North Reading will lead it off against Nate Stern. Pretty good little crowd here. Mixed because we got games going on. First time ever, usually Baseball and softball are the only happenings on the first day of Agganis, along with the opening ceremonies. But they changed the format. They are playing. They've already played a couple of lacrosse games over at Manning Field. They'll play 2 soccer games. Those are usually played on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, with the football game on Thursday. This year there will be nothing on Tuesday night, and the football game will be Wednesday. And everything bumping into each other as it's had over this last year, with leagues starting at different times and running into each other. Different sports starting at different times, depending on what league you were in. We finally got back to everything going on. It looked like it was getting back to somewhat normal, and now we have Agganis and state tournament bumping into each other.
Leading off from the north, from North Reading, number 24, Michael Vitozzi.
Tomorrow night there'll be 2 basketball games in the Agganis Classic, the boys and the girls. And at the same time, there'll be 2 baseball games here in the state tournament. And even on Wednesday, the football game is at 6:30, is a softball game at 3 o'clock. Foul behind home plate. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Low for a ball. Frew Rowan. That's F-R-E-W, the first name, Rowan, from Rockport. Solid shot over the third baseman's head for a base hit. All the way to the fence. In with a stand-up double. Vitozzi starts the bottom of the third with a double. And Frew Rowan, from Rockport, he's made a couple of nice plays. Wasn't sure who it was. I couldn't get the number. But he's the guy at shortstop making those nice plays. Up the middle into center field for a base hit. And for some reason they throw it home, and he's going to go to second on the throw. Hustling. So Rockport gets a base hit. Vitozzi scores the second run for the North. And Christian Lozier from Fenwick is the hitter. Popped foul back up in the seats.
Now batting from Bishop Fenwick, number 7, Christian Lozier.
Hit to center field. They make the catch, they won't tag up.
Now batting from Andover, number 25, Anthony Tiberio.
Anthony Tiberio hit a fly ball his first time up, got an RBI. High and tight for a ball. hit the deep shot. They fake throw it to first. They got the runner tagged out. Aiden Grashill, the shortstop from Swampscott, made a great play. Went deep, backhanded it, stood up like he was going to throw to first, drew the runner off the bag, and tagged him out.
Now batting from Newburyport, number 20, Nick White.
Nick White. I'm not sure why Tiberio got up for the second time, but because we've got players who haven't hit yet. But again, Dan Graham's is doing his own thing as far as the batting order is concerned. Down and away for a ball. I think it's Colby Magliozzi from St. Music, and he played. That was a nice stop on the pitch in the turf. Hit by the shortstop into left field. So that play at shortstop by Grashill, huge.
Now batting from Gloucester, number 1, Zachary Abbott.
Zachary Abbott from Gloucester is the hitter. Thought about it, held up, it was up and in. Chop to the first baseman. The pitch to the pitcher. So the inning is over, but not before they get another run on the RBI hit by Fru Rowan of Rockport. And they double their fun at the end of 3. North leads the South 2-0.
Leading off for the South from Swampscott, number 13, Nate Stern.
Nate Stern, who's now the pitcher for the South, will lead off the 4th inning. Ooh, that was a good pitch. Low for a ball. Tanner O'Sullivan is the new pitcher. Right arm goes up from the catcher. Swing and a miss, he gets him.
Now batting for Wakefield, number 14, Cal Schreider.
Kyle Trider from Wakefield will be the hitter. Lefty against lefty as the pitch is high for a ball. Hit foul. High and away for a ball. Hit the other way. Big hop for the shortstop. He's got a rocket for an arm. Rowan from Rockport makes another play. Two-way for Ethan Doyle.
Now batting from Salem, number 16, Ethan Doyle.
Two-sport athlete. Basketball and baseball. I should say three. He's a golfer, too. He's the son of the golf basketball coach, Tommy Doyle. I know the whole family. His grandfather, Peter Doyle, was a teammate of mine in basketball at Salem State. Swing and a miss. This young man's an outstanding golfer. Down and in, he swung right through it. Up and away for a ball. I mentioned his father, Tommy. Tommy, a coach, basketball coach and a golf coach at Salem. He played with the great Rick Brunson. They're very good friends. And he swings and misses, and he's going to get to first base. And there were scouts that came to watch Rick Brunson play, and he got hurt the game before and couldn't play. And Tommy Doyle put on a show.
From St. Mary's, number 28.
And the coaches checked him out. He wound up getting some help through college. Down and in for a ball. Kobe Magliozzi. What a career he's had at St. Mary's. He was the most valuable player in hockey. He's had an outstanding season in baseball. His father told me he hadn't caught in like 3 years. They put him behind the plate this year. He did a great job. He's got some big hits for St. Mary's. And he'll be back here tomorrow night for the state tournament game as they try to start the quest for their repeat of Division II. But he's finishing up a great career at St. Mary's. And he's a terrific young man. And they all are. I think you've heard me say so many times over so many years, I wish everybody got to know these kids the way I do, to realize what great people we have. In for a strike. I've been blessed to do this with all the great many friends I've made with players and coaches and athletic directors and umpires and referees and family members. It's been an outstanding ride. He punches it the other way, and he'll throw him out at first base. So South gets 4 outs with the strikeout that reaches. We're halfway through the ball game with North leading the South 2-0. And again, congratulations to Paul Harron, and he's got he's got a bunch of people that work hard for him. And I always mention too, because they're good friends and they've been with him for so very long. And Luna Mullins, retired firefighter, very good basketball official, has been with Paul overall so many years. And Buzzy Barton, former retired firefighter and counselor at large. I think he's vice president of the city council behind Darren Sear. Buzzy was an outstanding athlete at Lynn English, and outstanding boys and girls coach. He contributes so much, it's hard to fathom how much Buzzy Barton does for the city of Lynn. And I'm very happy to know those guys and be able to call them my very good friends. Paul and Alan and I do the Everett games on TV, but we've done it for a few years now. So congratulations to them and all the people and all the contributors, the Agganis family and all the people, all the contributors, all the donors that make this possible and help these kids help toward almost $2.5 million in scholarships. So a tip of the hat to them. Outstanding job. And they all do it for zip. Nobody gets paid a penny for working all these different jobs and being around doing all this work. Line to the shortstop. Nice play. Graciel takes a hit away. You can't hit it any better.
Now batting from Rockport, number 5, Jake Engel.
Aaron Zenas from Masco hit that shot. That was a base hit. And Graciel took it away. Long run for the center fielder. Dives and makes the catch. That's Luciano with another great play. I told you he covers an awful lot of ground. Great play out in center field. So Engel goes back saying, what happened? Looked like 2 hits, 2 on, nobody out. Instead it's 2 outs and nobody on.
Now batting from Medford, number 16, A.J. Rourke.
Hit foul past third base. Just kicked out before the third base bag. Down and away for a ball. Right center field, they're not going to get that one. He's going to keep going. A stand-up triple.
Now batting from Rockport, number 2, Kyle Beal.
Kyle Beal will be the hitter. So 2 quick outs that looked like they were base hits taken away. And now a booming triple to right center field. In for a strike. Chopped at that one. It's going to go foul. Reached across, and I was remiss. I didn't mention A.J. Rourke was from Medford, is the guy that got that triple. He's used to playing that. He hit a home run over the right field fence against Classical here. They played 3 games here. They played Classical in a regular season game. They played English in a regular season game. Then they played 2 games in the GBL tournament. They beat Revere and then lost to English. But in the regular season Classical game, he hit a shot, rooked it over the right field fence for a home run. Hangs high for a ball. Kyle Beal from Rockport. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So the 2-out triple gets stranded. North is down in the 4th. We played 4 full. It's still 2-0 North over the South at the end of 4. Nathaniel Almendarez got a base hit. His first time up. Lined a shot to right field. High for a ball.
Leading off for the South from Lynn, Glasgow, number 2, Nathaniel Almendarez.
High for a ball. Almendarez is on the hook for a loss in the Agganis game because he pitched the first 2 innings and gave up a run. In for a strike. 2-1. Line to center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. He's got his second hit. Tom Beauregard bounced after Almendarez got the base hit. He bounced into a 4-6-3 double play. Hits it to right field. I always smile a little bit when I see the right fielder out there waving people off. I got it, waving people off. He's the only one out there. I don't know who he's waving off. But
Now batting from St. Mary's, number 4, Lucas Fritz.
Lucas Fritz bounced to the pitcher. They're not going to throw. Don't even bother throwing the ball. Almendarez was halfway to second base before the ball left the pitcher's hand. Little slow windup by O'Sullivan from Andover, and he had second base stolen. Down the way for a ball. Wide for a ball. On the inside corner, I think he called that a strike. And there he goes to third. They didn't even, O'Sullivan not even looking at the runner at second base. He was way off the bag, went to the motion. Almendarez almost could have scored. He was going into third standing up, and Fritz fouled the pitch off. Hit foul, out of play. Again, a nice little crowd here for Father's Day afternoon. High for a ball. So Fritz draws a walk. And for the South, the tying runs are on base for Aiden Grashill from Swampscott. Bounced out second to first.
Now batting from Lynn, Glasgow, number 5, Nico Galisi.
I'm sorry, it's Nico Galisi up. Grashill's on deck. And they throw the ball away, and the runner's going to score. And the runner's going to wind up at third. He turned to pick the runner at second. Just a little lollipop lob toss. Went way over the head out into center field. Almendarez wasn't going back to second. He was going to third. And just like that, hustling. Fritz went all the way to third. Almendarez scored. And Galisi's got a chance to tie the game up He'd love a base hit, but he wants to put the ball in play. North actually has brought their infield in. Chopped to third. And they throw it away. They had him easy enough. Moynihan hustled a throw, threw it over the catcher's head. Galizzi winds up at second base. South has tied it up. Popped up. Room for the third baseman, and he makes the play. That's Sean Moynihan. So two away.
For Wakefield, number 7, Danny Hurley.
Danny Hurley from Wakefield. Off the catcher. Safe at third. Catcher thought I threw him out. Third base coach said no, safe. So Galizzi, the go-ahead run at third base with 2 outs. They only have the 1 hit by Almendarez, but errors galore. That little turnaround, they were going to, I know you're going to go back to second base, so I'm just going to lollipop it. Threw it over the shortstop's head into center field. Almendarez, who wasn't going back to second, took off to go to third and just kept going when the ball went into center field. Fritz hustled all the way to third, and then they pulled the infield in. They got what they wanted, a ground ball to third. They're ready to go, and they throw the ball over the catcher's head. The runner would have been out by a mile at home plate. Instead, it's a tie game, and the go-ahead runner's at third. Off-speed pitch had him way out in front. So that inning is over. But not before they get a couple and tie it up. Almendarez the only hit in the inning. The walk hurt to Fritz. So Classical and St. Mary's score the runs to tie it up. Aiden Graciel from Swampscott will be the new pitcher. Brian Greco from Andover will lead off the 5th inning. I've talked about him all day. I might as well talk to him on the
How
microphone.
much popcorn you owe me?
Paul Halloran,
mention that?
Paul Halloran, the guy that manufactures all of this. He's got a lot of people working for him. I mentioned Mooner. I mentioned Buzzy. I want to go any further because I forget people. You got an awful lot of
Yeah,
people
well, it
working.
won't take
but
you long today. It's a short,
Yeah,
it's a
but
short crew today.
you do a great job. It's an awful. People don't realize there's an awful lot of work getting this done. And my first question is: are the catchers getting paid the umpire's fee?
Yes, because it's very easy. They're all volunteers. Yeah, we had a glitch, unfortunately, but as Eric was good enough to announce, these guys are all stars, and we were confident. I talked to a few parents. Everyone seems just happy that they have a chance to play on a day like today in a facility like this. And I really want to thank Derek January and the Navigators, John. I spoke to Derek a few weeks ago, about playing in here. And he could not have been more supportive. So we really, really appreciate that.
Well, you've done a great job. I mentioned if you waited a week, next Sunday would have been the anniversary of Harry Agganis' death.
And next Sunday, Manning Field wasn't available, so
Yep.
it was an easy decision.
Oh, I know. I understand. I understand.
Yeah, we're always we've played the football game actually on that day. It's just the way the calendar
Yep,
works.
I know.
So,
I know.
yeah, this year is kind of a makeshift year in that. The MIA tournament is always over before we start. And, obviously they had to start their season late this year because of COVID. And, we knew we were going to run into losing some kids. Some kids are playing. Some kids, if you had a tournament game today, obviously they're not playing. But kids who are playing later in the week. And, some other coaches opted to tell their kids not to play. That's up to them. We're the numbers overall, I think, are pretty good. And with baseball, obviously, you're concerned about pitching, and no one who's going to pitch tomorrow is probably going to be available today. But everyone seems to be making the best of it, so I'm really pleased about that.
Well, you're talking about the wacky season. We had English classical Thanksgiving football in May.
Yeah.
So it
So
can't,
that
get,
about
any,
says
can't,
the-
get, can't get any more wacky
Yeah,
than
I
that.
said, John, if anyone has any questions about our games, the answer is, would you have preferred we canceled for a second year in a row? And the obvious answer to that is no.
The most important product, the games are very important.
Right.
It's prestigious for the kids to play. But the most important product is the scholarships.
Right.
Almost $2.5 million given out in scholarships. And I'm so very proud of you, my pal. We worked together for the Everett games, and I've got to know you quite a bit, you and your family. And I'm so very proud of you. You do this great job for nothing, and it's an awful. They couldn't pay you to do this.
You mentioned, Mona Mullins and Buzzy Barton was here. My wife Julie refereed the lacrosse game and then hopped into the ticket booth. And Joe Sensabella, of course, who makes us all look bad. Joe is 89 years old, John.
I know.
Might
I
be the only
saw.
one affiliated
I
with these
saw
games
him.
older than you, John. And Joe shows up every year like clockwork. And,
I talked to him when I driving in. I
it's the
saw him
best.
taking tickets.
So,
Yeah.
it's a small group, but it's a group that keeps coming back. And, we're happy I've always kind of wanted to try this multiple games on one day, and I figured this is the year to try something different because this year's upside down anyway. I think it's okay. I mean, again, the MIA tournament thing isn't going to hopefully happen again. So as far as player availability, we should be okay, and I think we're going to be okay. I mean, this is game 4 that we're almost done, and we have 2 more to go next door. So the good news is that when I go home tonight, John, 6 of the 9 will have been played. So
Well,
I might have a soda.
congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. I know you couldn't be in 2 places. Selfishly, you couldn't be in 2 places at one time, but
Well, I'll
you're
be over
here.
there later, maybe for a couple, but
Well, there's no reason for you not to be over.
yeah, but I appreciate what you do and all the people that work with you, and I'm sure all the parents who have received all the scholarships are certainly enthused about it as well. And it's great. We got good weather, and everything is perfect. So we're getting by, and the catchers volunteered, the coaches volunteered. Nobody raised it, anything,
so far, so good.
nothing.
And
So
it's a 7-inning game regardless of score. I
Yep.
don't have to tell you. You're
Yep.
an Agganis veteran.
all right, again, congratulations.
Thank you, John. Thanks for your help.
Good luck the rest of the way. This is Jake Engel from Rockport. I guess he got hit by a pitch because we got another runner. And out at second base. So again, the hitter wants to swing, doesn't want to go to first base. We finished 5 here at Frazier Field. We're dead even at 2, north and south. Mike Iannuzzi of Wakefield will lead off, and I'm not sure why we're doing this, but the South has got a runner at second base. I know it's a tie game, but this isn't extra innings. Solid shot to left field. Over the fence for a home run. Mike Iannuzzi from Wakefield. Mike Iannuzzi hit that a ton. I don't know why they started with a runner at second base. But now that's a two-run home run. A solid shot by Iannuzzi over the fence. This is Bobby Jellison, who got a double his first at bat. Iannuzzi popped out his first time. He must have found out there's a MVP award. Juan Tolentino from Peabody is the new pitcher. He's the fourth pitcher. That pitch was way inside, jammed him, and he went after it anyway. Hit a mile foul and out of play. Hit the shot, almost handcuffed the shortstop. It exploded right up into his belt buckle, but he stayed with it and made the play. That's a nice play. Jellison hit that a ton. And it comes up empty. Andrew Luciano. He hit it right on the nose and hit it right at the shortstop and got thrown out. He's made a couple of nice plays in center field. Hit the second. Another big hop for the second baseman. Two away for Terrence Moynihan. Popped up to the shortstop. He got hit in the head by a pitch, but didn't want to go. They put a runner on for him, which is something we've never seen before. And then he stayed in the batter's box and popped up. Now this inning, Nico Galizzi was the runner at second to start the inning. And I don't know, we've never seen that before in the Agganis games. Hit solidly to short. Another nice play. 3 ground balls after the home run. Gets the North out of the inning. But the South got 2 in the 5th. Now they get 2 in the 6th. They tied it with 2. Now they take a 2-run lead going into the bottom of the 6th. Looks like it'll be Terrence Moynihan. pitching the sixth inning. That fourth inning where the North Screws who didn't score, they had that 2-out triple, but just before the triple they had a line shot that Graciel picked at shortstop, and they had the fly to center field that Luciano made a great diving catch on. Both of those would have been base hits preceding the triple. Instead it was a triple with 2 outs, and they got a big strikeout to get out of the inning. Ryan Knight from Peabody will be the first hitter.
Leading off for the North from Peabody, number 6, Ryan Knight.
Ryan Knight from Peabody. He pitched the 5th inning. And now, this must have been something the coaches got together on. Putting the runner at second base, starting the inning. I would have almost bet that would have been a strike. High and tight for a ball. Hit foul out of play, going the other way. That one bounces off the catcher. The runner thought about maybe trying to score. Juan Tolentino with Peabody is the pinch runner. Swing and a miss. He gets him for strike 3.
Now batting,
Anthony
number
Tiberio.
25, Anthony Tiberio.
He was the starting pitcher. All right, the second pitcher. He hit a sacrifice fly, knocked in the first run of the ball game, way back in the first inning. Popped up, foul territory, long run by the third baseman, runs out of real estate. That might be Galizzi playing third base. I've never seen him play third. He's been catching all year for Classical. One breaks away. Agliosi didn't call that a strike. Pitch was low. It's a St. Mary's battery. Could have helped his teammate Moynihan out. Wide for ball 4. So first and third for Nolan Shermer from Andover.
For Andover, number 19, Nolan
He got
Shermer.
he got hit by a pitch. It's that foul out of play. Up and away for a ball. Low for a ball. Line into center field for a base hit. Sherman gets a base hit and an RBI. The base runner they put on, Tolentino, scores the run.
Now batting for Andover, number 17, Tanner O'Sullivan.
4-3, the tying run at second base. Tanner O'Sullivan singled. Off the catcher, everybody's going to move up. So second and third now. The tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second. Here in the bottom of the sixth. They draw the infield in. Chop foul at home plate. Off the catcher's glove. That's going to tie the game up. And the go-ahead run is at third base. Now I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing now. The Wakefield coach, Kevin Canty, is saying they're walking people intensely, but they're not walking the hitter. They've loaded the bases. And they're going back to double play depth. In for a strike. So they have a lot of freedom in this game to do a lot of things that they normally couldn't do. Up and away for a ball. Hit back. They get one. They get two. So they put a couple of runners on to set up a potential double play, and they get it. Not the way they thought they'd get it. 1, 2, 3, the double play, but the North gets two, and they're saying that that's the end of the game. That's only the 6th inning, but that's going to end it. So it's going to end in a 4-4 tie. North got a sacrifice fly by Tiberio in the first to get a 1-0 lead. They made it 2-0 on an RBI single by Rowan of Rockport. So tied it at 2. That was the error inning where Almendara's got a base hit. With 2 on, they threw the ball. Fritz was at first. He was at second. He threw the ball away. Almendara scored. Fritz went to third. He scored on an errant throw to the plate. They're giving out the MVP awards. So they're only playing 6 innings.
Starting off with the South, MVP from Wakefield, number 8, Mike
Iannuzzi is the MVP from the South. He had that 2-run home run. They put a runner on to start the inning in the 6th. He hit the 2-run home run to make it 4-2.
And from the North, from Rockport, number 18, Drew Rowan.
Drew Rowan from Rockport is the MVP from the North. North got what they needed with a runner on base. They got an RBI single by Shermer. The runner scored. Tiberio had walked before the RBI single. He went to third and scored on a wild pitch. That made it 4-4, and that was the final score of the game, 4-4. So the opening day, baseball, softball, and most of lacrosse and soccer are in the bank. A great day here at both Fraser and Manning. South wins the softball game 4-3, and no decision in the baseball game. It winds up dead even, 4-4. We hope you enjoyed 2 great games, especially this one. Outstanding players. We wish all these seniors the best of luck as they move on in their careers. So 4-4 the final score. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.